Hi there, America. It's me, your creepy uncle, President Joe Biden. This year has been a difficult one. I don't really remember why, but I noticed everyone around me stressed out, so I started giving out massages to all the young ladies who work here in the office. Then I was told, hey Joe, don't do that anymore, so now I'm not doing that anymore. Anyways, the coronavirus has been one heck of a challenge, but America is ready to face anything. That's why I'm making sure some Americans are getting stimulus checks this month, but only the ones who are really poor, like living off onion soup poor. Everyone else, well, I guess you're just kind of screwed then. Joe, you aren't supposed to say that. What? You want me to rub your back? Finally, someone who appreciates these old, confused hands. And to the poorest people in this poor country, your checks will be in the mail soon for $1,400, which should be more than enough to pay a fraction of your month's rent, and that's pretty much it. You already got $600 before this, Mr. Moneybags. That should solve all your problems. What, you didn't save that money because you needed it for 2 weeks of groceries? Well, I can't really help you there. So, when you're digging into the back of your freezer to find that breakfast burrito that you know you bought 2 years ago when you had money so you can actually eat one meal this week, think of me and what I'm doing for this great country of ours. Joe Biden for America. Better than the last guy, but that's not saying much. I'm Joe Biden and I don't know what I'm doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the short news with your host, Alex Nador.
Hello there, world, and welcome to the Short News Podcast, the show where the news isn't as emotionally manipulative as CNN or Fox News. And we also don't dwell on certain issues for more than a couple minutes, unless, of course, I'm roasting Ted Cruz. Then there's a lot to say about that goblin. Let me fix this microphone real quick. I messed it up. This was a pretty good weekend. It was Valentine's Day yesterday, and obviously, we stayed in since there's nothing to do. Although they opened up indoor dining on Valentine's Day here in New York. And listen, I've been hearing on a lot of podcasts that it doesn't make sense to keep businesses closed. And I guess it's up to the individual about whether or not they want to eat indoors. But at the same time, I'm conflicted because of what the news says about the virus, about how there's 7 different variants, and they want us to wear 2 masks now, which I guess we have to do. And if you put all 7 of the variants together, you get Exodia, the Forbidden One, and then you can beat any of the Egyptian god cards. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference for those of you who might be into that. You're welcome. Shout out to my Yu-Gi-Oh fans. I used to be really into that game. I didn't know how to play it, but I liked collecting the cards and pretending I knew what I was doing. Sometimes, someone told me the game involved doing math, and I was like, fuck that. I don't play games to go to school, and never actually learned the real way to do it. Anyways, yeah, indoor dining is back open in New York, and this is coming soon after Cuomo was called out for faking the death and infection rates for nursing homes in the state, and was also quoted as saying the experts don't know everything. Some pretty damning things right there. So yeah, more elderly people were dying of the virus than Cuomo wants you to think. He fudged those numbers so we wouldn't panic as much. So Cuomo is becoming more and more hateable as the days go by. He and de Blasio can have a couple of drinks over how much people hate them in the places they govern. Fuck those guys. They don't care about any of us. They just want to look good. I don't know why people are acting like we're in any better of a situation than months ago. We aren't. Things are not getting better, and if they are, it's minimal. When the numbers start to go down, that doesn't mean immediately open everything back up. Tim Dillon, a comedian, was saying how it's wrong for people like me to be saying that everything needs to stay closed, and something about how we actually don't care about what we're saying and these people only have like 8,000 followers. And I think those types of statements take away from the issue that we're all disagreeing and having conflicts over, which is how do you sustain these small businesses in a time where being open is dangerous for everyone? We've never been through anything like this. We don't have a plan. We don't have safety nets. And if we're being real, this goes much deeper than just we need to open shit up or we need to close everything now. If the government truly cares about fixing the economy for everyone and not just the major corporations, who are fine during all of this, by the way, then they should be implementing safety nets and stimulus payments to help those local businesses and people survive. These are not normal times, and we can't keep doing things as though they are because we need to make sure people aren't getting sick. But we also can't ignore the fact that these small businesses and people out of work need to make money, need to still find ways to get by. It's a dangerous tightrope walk we have to do, and our government is not well equipped for emergencies like this. The United States is a very dog-eat-dog world when it comes to business. The job market and the economy also, like in general, dog-eat-dog world. We need to start helping people more. We leave too many people to struggle in poverty. And now that times are even tougher, those people and even more people than that need a lot of help. No one asked to be in this situation. No one chose this or deserved this, so why are people being punished for it with their jobs and livelihoods? These people need to be bailed out so we can get through this. We shouldn't have to go through 10 months of rich white men arguing with each other just to wait for a single $1,400 check to come one time. Businesses shouldn't have to be closing their doors because they can't survive in a pandemic. People need help, and they're not being given any options here. People like Tim Dillon have a point. People are suffering from this pandemic, but what we shouldn't be doing is acting as though nothing is wrong. We need to figure out how to operate in this environment safely, and we need the government to step up and help out a little bit. We're tax-paying Americans for reasons specifically like this, not to hoard money for the government. The government works for us. We pay their salaries through our taxes. They hoard our money specifically for times like this, where people need financial help during emergencies. This is an emergency. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers here. I have questions. Like, is indoor dining safe? From what I've seen, I'm definitely not brave enough to try it myself. Like, you go inside, sit down at the table, and then immediately take your mask off because you're there to eat. So you're completely exposed, and there's people all around you without masks, talking and eating and spraying their saliva and germs and all that. I would just feel anxious the whole time. Like, I'm sitting in a room full of potential infectors, just waiting to catch the virus from one of them. It's not good, and I'm not sure if this is just my anxiety or a real thing to worry about. It just doesn't seem safe to me. But hey, if people want to go and do indoor dining, I'm not going to be like, stop, you need to stop doing this. Just don't expect me to be going to a bar anytime soon. I have a 30 rack here at home, some frozen pizza to last a couple days. We don't do going out here. But COVID ruins everything, man. Speaking of indoor dining or dining in general, we were planning our wedding yesterday, and that was stressful because we were trying to figure out a date. But don't know when it's going to be safe to have all these people come over from different states and different households and all that shit. Like, I hear the vaccine will be super accessible in a couple of months, but when have they been accurate about anything these days? Planning a wedding, though, is anxiety inducing to the max. Both our sets of parents are divorced, so there's 4 separate families that'll be there that hate one of the other families that will be there. So I'm not sure how the seating arrangements and dynamic are going to work. But that should be interesting when the time comes. My parents hate each other so much that I need to seat them where they somehow can't even see or hear each other. Divorce, man, it's shitty. But we don't even know what year it's going to be. Like, if it's going to be this year in 2022, and people in our families are getting pretty old, so we don't want to wait too long. But dude, this coronavirus fucks everything up. We're coming to almost a full year that we've been holed up in here, scared of catching this shit, and I'm frankly pretty sick of it. I go to sleep at like 9 p.m. most nights because by the end of the day, I'm bored out of my mind because we've done everything in here that there is to do, and my brain lacks stimulation, so I get depressed and fall asleep. It's not healthy. And people will be like, "Oh, why don't you just make more music then?" I would love to make some music. I would really enjoy that. Give me something to write about other than staying inside all the time. Oh, right. There is nothing going on other than that. I'm uninspired. I did a whole album in the context of a pandemic already. And Korean samba mentions being inside all the time. Where's the variety here? First, I was writing about all the times I got dumped and heartbroken. Then I started writing about being indoors all the time during COVID. I literally have nothing to write about. I'll sit down and be like, do I make something up? And that doesn't feel authentic. So I would just be it would just be a really bad look, and I wouldn't feel good about it. I have to draw from emotional experiences from the past, and I'm having trouble capturing the right memory for the job. But maybe that's the mental stimulation that I require, is figuring out how to write a song. I don't know. I also need to talk to my friends more. That's probably another reason why I'm depressed. Like, people will text me, and it's not that I don't read it. And it's not that I don't want to respond right away. It's that I see the text and then get overwhelmed and anxious by the idea of drafting up a response and sending it out. This is a new thing, and I'm not sure why it's happening. This morning I woke up to like 15 texts. Then I check, and I have 25 other messages to respond to over other apps. And every time I look at the mass of messages, my brain just turns off. And these are nice people. I need to get past this somehow. It's the same reason we haven't had any guests on the show. People have been asking to come on, and I definitely want everyone that's asked to be on this show as soon as possible. It's not you guys, it's my anxiety. When I do this podcast alone, I'm in this comfort zone and I'm not as afraid of messing up. But meeting new people and trying not to say something that will upset them makes me literally have tremors. Maybe I need to try drinking and podcasting when there are guests on. Maybe that'll do the trick. Also, I have medication for tremors. They give them to actors to take before they go on stage because it calms them down for their stage fright. So it might be time to start using those again. I have a surplus of those because I never take them and they've just been piling up. But yes, there will be guests on this show. I'm working out these issues in therapy, trying to break out of that comfort zone again, as difficult as that might be. You would think for someone as 420 friendly as me, these types of social interactions would be easy to navigate, but for some reason over video chat or voice chat, it's much more difficult than actually being there with the person physically. But I have the proper equipment to pull this off. So it's time to sack up, start opening this show up to more people. Anyways, we ranted a little bit about indoor dining, and I don't like it but I don't know any better alternatives. What else is going on? Oh, impeachment. Trump got acquitted once again. Man is immune to consequences, I guess. It's crazy, man, with all the shit he's done, they couldn't get him for a single thing. But of course, the Republicans don't want to admit they chose the wrong dude for the job, so they defended him and voted against convicting him of doing anything, acting as though their heads weren't going to be on pikes as well as Democrats if those insurrectionists had entered the chamber at the proper time. Mitch McConnell even said that Trump fucked up and that he caused the insurrection and still voted against convicting him. That doesn't make sense to me. It never will. These people are so ass backwards in their thinking. If you truly believe that, then vote in favor of that belief, because it's not wrong to think he fucked up. We've heard the recordings 1,000 times, heard him tell his supporters to march to the Capitol and not to show weakness. He was egging them on by telling them the election was rigged, giving them a reason to risk endangering so many people for a cause that wasn't even true at the end of the day. I don't know, we don't need to dwell on this too much, but we should definitely dwell on Ted Cruz's new haircut for a long time. Have you seen it? Pause this podcast for a second and go Google Ted Cruz new haircut. I'll wait. Pause it. Okay, did you do it? I'm gonna assume that you did. Good. Holy fucking shit. What even is that? He looks like he started listening to Morgan Wallen after he heard about his racism shit and wanted to look like him too. That shit looks like he literally told the barber, I want to look like I hate minorities and also drive an El Camino. And the barber was like, say no more. Looks terrible. People are calling it his impeachment mullet. Good old Teddy wanted to pay homage to his favorite comedian, Theo Von. He looks like the kid with the rat tail haircut in the movie Jesus Camp. We could do a whole episode on the movie Jesus Camp. I think we've talked about it before, but to explain it in simplest terms, these evangelical nuts who definitely molest kids on the side take all these kids off to the summer camp where they sleep there. There's go-karting and activities, but mostly there's Jesus. And they brainwash these kids the whole time through fear tactics and manipulation, so they're ignorant and just believe whatever because they're kids listening to adults. Who could blame them? But this one kid had this similar haircut to what Ted Cruz has going on right now. Really reminds me of him. So I tweeted about this. If you want to read it, at Alex_Madore. It's pronounced Mador. Mador. Yeah. A lot of people get it wrong, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's whatever, right? Ted Cruz's hair is what I care most about regarding this impeachment trial. I'm probably going to have a field day with Photoshop later today when I'm stoned, putting Ted Cruz in weird places. I want to put him with this haircut, like this picture of him on the DJ Khaled Suffering from Success album cover. That'll probably be the first one that I do. The fade on his haircut is hilarious. He's like 60 years old and went to the barber and got a fade. Did he go on TV over the weekend? Let's find out and bully him again. Alright, so this is from February 12th. So a few days ago, Teddy Boy was speaking to this reporter about whether or not Trump should be getting impeached if his wording before the riots was impeachable. Let's see this.
Well, the question before the Senate is whether the president committed high crimes or misdemeanors, and in particular what the House managers have charged him with is...
And particularly, I have no balls.
I have 0 balls, 0 testicles at all. I want to tell you, Wolf, I have no testicles. It's completely barren down there. There's not even a penis, even. I just have nothing, just nothing going on. I'm like a Ken doll, but not attractive.
Is incitement. It's clear on January 6th there was a terrorist attack on the Capitol. It was horrific. It was violent. It was criminal. It resulted in the murder of one police officer. And
it's all my fault, or partially my fault. But I will not say that. But you all know it. That's why I'm standing up for Donald Trump, because I've got to double down on my bullshit.
Single person who participated in that violent attack should be fully prosecuted, and they should go to jail for a very, very long time. The question before...
And so should I, because I justified them being there. And I have no balls. I have no balls. I want to repeat that for everyone to hear in the Senate. I have no balls. No balls.
For the Senate is not whether that was a horrific attack that needs to be fully prosecuted. Rather, the question is whether the president bears direct legal responsibility for what happened there. And, the House managers spent a lot of time in their presentation showing really powerful, heart-wrenching video about the horrific events of that day.
Yeah, they didn't really need to do much to make it heart-wrenching. You just show the footage of that the insurrectionists posted themselves, and it pretty much does all the storytelling for it.
He's gonna be like, oh, they had this Hollywood video that they had this Hollywood video that made it look so horrible.
No, dude, we all saw the same thing going down before this dude made this fucking movie.
Oh, this Hollywood, they're the party of Hollywood. Nobody wants to invite me to entertainment tonight, so I have to hate on everyone.
But very little connecting it directly to the president. What the president said in his speech, he said things like, we need to go fight. We need to fight like hell. We need to win. We need to take back our country. I got to tell you, Jack, you've been covering politics a long time. If words like fight and win and take back our country now satisfy the legal standard for...
Well, I mean, we have to fight. What else does that mean? We have to fight and win. What was there to fight and win? That's the thing. The election was already won by Joe Biden. They were certifying the election at the time that this was going on, or trying to. And Trump goes, we have to fight and win. What is... You make the connections here. And how do you stop the election from being certified in favor of Biden? You storm the Capitol. And that's what they did. Trump may not have specifically said, now we're going to storm the Capitol. We're going to go up there. We're going to break in. We're going to break in. We're going to kill people. We're going to do what we have to do. He didn't say that. Yes. But his words, his actions led to these people doing that. And listen, I'm not a lawmaker, but that's pretty much inciting riots right there. That's inciting an insurrection, if you ask me. Ted Cruz. We haven't even gotten like a minute into this.
I've just been making fun of him this whole time and his no balls.
For
no
incitement,
testicles.
Then every political candidate in the country, all the way down to dog catcher, is about to be prosecuted for incitement. That's simply not what the legal standard provides. And so what is clear is that at the end of this trial, you're seeing an awful lot of Democratic anger and rage and hatred directed at Donald Trump. But this trial is going to end with an acquittal. It takes 67 votes to convict President Trump. There aren't 67 votes in the Senate. And
I mean, he was right. He was right. He got acquitted. So, Ted, you win this round, Ted Cruz. You win this round, you bearded loser.
And so right now, the House Democrats are going through expressing their anger at the president, but it's going to be all...
Oh, they're just angry. They're just angry. We don't know why. It's definitely not because my people tried to take their fucking heads off in their place of work when they were trying to do their jobs. Definitely not that reason there. Definitely not. It doesn't make sense to me. They're just angry. They're just misdirecting their anger. And I have no testicles. I have no testicles, I would like to repeat. No testicles.
Or not.
Earlier this week, you said a former president can stand trial for impeachment after he leaves office or she leaves office, but the Senate doesn't have to hold a trial. You voted to dismiss. Can you explain?
Well, sure. The constitutional question about whether the Senate has jurisdiction to try a former office holder is a close question. There are good arguments on both sides, and I've spent a lot of my life as a constitutional litigator arguing cases before the U.S. Supreme Court. I examine the question closely. I think the better answer is that a former president can be tried for impeachment, that we have jurisdiction, but that the jurisdiction isn't mandatory, that the Senate doesn't have to take it up. It is rather discretionary. An example of what I mean by discretionary jurisdiction is what the U.S. Supreme Court has. Every year, the U.S. Supreme Court, the vast majority of its caseload is discretionary. It chooses whether or not to hear the case. And in a typical year at the U.S. Supreme Court, there are about 8,000 petitions for certiorari, requests for the Supreme Court to hear cases. It grants typically about 80, about 1% of them. In this instance, what I argued and what I voted is that we should not take jurisdiction over the trial because, number one, the House didn't follow due process. It didn't provide any due process at all. The entire impeachment took 7 days. They held 0 hearings. They heard no witnesses. This was a political judgment.
I mean, did you see the videos?
You see the Hollywood video? Did you see the Hollywood video, Ted?
Where they show your fans, your dudes, your people beating police officers with an American flag on a pole. Killing police officers.
Which you're all about, the blue lives, right, Ted?
And yeah, we have all of the witnesses there. The witnesses are the people in the House and Senate, the people that were in the Capitol at the time of the insurrection. The people that were scared for their lives, just trying to do their job and certify the results of the Biden-Trump election. And I don't like his spin on all of this. I don't.
This was an expression of the rage and hatred of House Democrats to President Trump. That's not what the constitutional impeachment proceeding is meant to be. And then secondly, as we just discussed, under any reasonable or fair measure, the conduct of President Trump, look, his rhetoric at times is overheated, and I've disagreed with some of the language that President Trump has used. But under any fair measure, it doesn't meet the legal standard for incitement. And here's something important, Jack. What the House managers have yet to do is even attempt to articulate.
Okay, but he did incite a riot, worse than a riot. That was an attack. This dude is just, this is a long interview. We don't have to go through the whole thing. Let me skip around.
Proposing raising taxes and hurting small businesses in Texas when they're embracing communist China. I fully expect Congress to resist. But I think we should stop with the nasty, the personal attacks, the vilification, the demonization, the hatred. That's not good for our country.
You should stop bullying me. Please stop bullying me. I'm Ted Cruz and I don't like being bullied. I got this tweet from this Alex Mador who was making fun of me really bad and it hurt my feelings. It really hurt my feelings. So please stop with the rhetoric of the hatred and the bullying and the making me really sad. 'Cause it's not nice. It's not nice. I'm Ted Cruz and I don't care about anybody's well-being. Even the people I work with.
I think that's enough of that, right? Let me see where we're at. Yeah, let's not listen to this whole interview because we know what happened. I just like making fun of him. Guy is such a dweeb. Every time I hear his voice, I just picture him getting swirlies in his high school bathroom being like,
Now listen, I want to give you my lunch money, but I just don't believe in handout. Can somebody please?
yeah, that's what I picture. I still find it hilarious that on 9/11 he liked a tweet showing porn of two women who look like his wife and daughter getting plowed by some massive cock. I find it even funnier that he didn't realize other people could see that he liked it publicly. The icing on the cake is the 9/11 part. Never forget. Try not to picture Ted Cruz jerking off on 9/11 and how he probably has to use an electron microscope in order to accomplish the act of jerking off. Moving on from Ted Cruz, what do we have in store today? Weed is apparently going to be legalized in New York starting in April. That's pretty awesome. How far we've come from when I was 18 getting a misdemeanor for a gram of shitty weed I got from some dude on the street. I picked up drugs in some sketchy situations. I remember how difficult buying weed used to be before I had a medical marijuana card. It was the absolute worst. You'd have to call or text the dealer, wait for him to hit you back. If he even does, then he'd say, I got you. I'll be there soon. And you don't know how soon, but most likely it's going to be way later than you think. And if they give you an ETA, most likely it's going to be an hour or two later than that ETA. So you have to sit around and wait anxiously for hours, hoping it all goes well, hoping the cops don't show up, hoping you don't get robbed or something else goes south. Then they finally show up and you get the weed, and that's that. But then when you run out, you have to do this whole thing over again. And it's not fun for me. Maybe it was when I was 18, but now it's just a hassle. Dispensary weed is much better too. And once it's legal, there will be more weed delivery services, so you could pretty much just Postmate weed to your home without a medical card. Like, that's going to be great, and I can't wait for it. But I thought we would revisit my idiotic times involving weed in college, or drugs in college. Yeah, just drugs in college, and return to another installment of Stories in Stupidity. Now, I'm not the one. Okay, yeah. I'm involved in this one, but I'm not the stupid one for once. It was my sophomore year at college, and I'm close friends with this girl who I really started liking because of how close we were getting. We meet this new freshman kid who's really chill, and he becomes part of our group, and everything is good. But one day, I go downstairs to this girl's room to smoke because we would do that every morning. She opens the door out of breath, and our freshman friend is quickly putting on a bathrobe, and she just tells me to come back in a little bit, in like 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, fuck you guys, whatever, I guess. Still not really knowing what just happened, and then she tells me she's ready to hang out, and the kid's still there. He's planning on taking acid that day. So he takes the acid, and that's all good and stuff until it kicks in. And he leaves for a little while with a friend, and this girl pulls me aside and is like, okay, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, you know how this morning, like, it was a bad time? Like, you came down and it was not a good time? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I had sex with insert freshman kid's name here. And I was like, just like, oh, obviously it hurt though. The fact that I found out they didn't use protection was just careless and annoying. And then the kid comes back into the dorm with his friend, and he's having a bad trip, really, really freaking out. And I'm supposed to be his spirit guide or babysitter or whatever for this trip. So he's asking me for help, and I have to keep out of my mind that this dude just fucked the girl I really, really liked for a while now. And now I had to take care of his tripping ass. And I'm thinking about how he just did that. And like...
Coming soon from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We lost a pivotal piece of the Avengers last year. Chadwick Boseman is gone, and he's left a hole in our hearts and in our wallets. We need to continue making a Black Panther movie, even though the main character's actor tragically passed away. We wanted to pay our respects to this revolutionary piece of the cinematic universe and continue the legacy with someone who could carry on as the Black Panther. That's why we got Christopher Walken.
Now, listen here. I'm the great African king you've been looking for. Oh, look at all these ladies with the bald heads. There must be a bad case of alopecia in the water or something.
Kevin Feige, the producer of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, made the final decision to replace Chadwick Boseman with Christopher Walken for the Black Panther character. He's received many questions about his decision.
Honestly, I don't know what to tell you. Christopher just wandered in one day and started eating at craft services. We thought, yeah, sure, there's plenty of young black actors that would be perfect to play this iconic character, but Christopher Walken, I mean, such a big name.
I was thinking to myself, Christopher, that's how I refer to myself. You've played every type of character there is. You've done it all. What's left? And I settled on superhero. Everyone's doing it. I don't really see why people are so upset about me playing Black Panther. I don't even know what whitewashing is. I'm white, and I wash myself in the tub every day. Now, you're telling me I can't do that, so I'm not. I stopped taking baths because of all those damn keyboard warriors.
Christopher smells bad. It's like old man stink mixed with public mall restroom. We here at Marvel tried explaining to him what whitewashing is, but we honestly don't know either. Just buy tickets to this, please. Then he might finally take a shower.
Black Panther, starring Christopher Walken. Possibly not coming ever and most likely to be cancelled.
Walken naka naka forever, baby. Is that how you say it? I don't know yet. I don't know.
Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. How I really liked this girl and he did that, and I'm getting really angry but not making it known. But then the kid that did it, he doubles over on the floor and starts screaming, "My dick hurts! My dick hurts! Ah!" And that's how I found out the girl I liked had chlamydia. Bullet dodged. But of course I was still mad at them and made up some excuse like, "Alright man, I'm gonna go get some cigarettes, I'll be right back." And the kid was like, "Can I come with you?" And I was like, "Nah man, don't worry, I'll be right back, just stay here." And I left and didn't come back. Did not come back. Apparently, the kid was tripping so hard that he tried to run to campus safety to turn himself in because he couldn't handle it anymore and his dick was burning because of the chlamydia. Looking back, I feel kind of bad. The dude was obviously going through some personal shit and was this wasn't good for him at all. The next time he tripped, he actually did run to campus safety and tell them he was on drugs, and they put him in the hospital for a day. that was crazy. But I stopped hanging out with those two people because it was a really dark time, and that's how the song Postcard Friend was born, through that whole situation. So check out the song Postcard Friend by me, and you'll understand a little bit of how I was feeling. Around that time, I started getting really hard into Xanax and booze and mixing the two together. Maybe I can write a song about how I was abusing drugs to deal with heartbreak. Maybe sad songs are in these days. Oh, my throat. Have you heard that driver's license song? It's beautiful and very emotional, and I feel for the girl who wrote it. We've all felt that way. She feels in the song at some point in our lives. My ex's house used to be on the way to Main Street in Ridgefield, so I would pass her place all the time, and that would bring up those same emotions because I knew she was right there. But at the same time, it felt like she wasn't. I was literally feet away from her house, but we were worlds apart. I used to put on Marvin's Room when I would drive around that area just to allow myself to feel something, light a cigarette, and think about how much of a fuck up I am, because I definitely am. But yeah, I can relate to that driver's license song, and maybe I should make something even sadder about how I was drowning in liquor and Xanax so I could literally forget who I was and where I had been and what I had done. One time I was in my hometown back home from college, and I pulled up to the salon I used to go to because I had an appointment. And of course, out the door as I'm walking in comes my ex, her mom, and her sister, and they're all looking at me as though I just bombed a children's hospital or something. And I didn't say a word, just went in and got my hair cut. One time I went into that same salon to get a haircut, and my ex was standing in there, one of my exes was standing in there talking to my other ex, and they both saw me and were like, hey, and we started talking, like this is the weirdest encounter, coincidence ever, and my mom was there, and afterwards she was like, wow, you dated both of those girls? What's wrong with you? How did you mess that up? And I was like, thanks, Mom, I appreciate the support, always. I was thinking about this time my mom was screaming at me to do SAT prep all summer, even though I wanted to go out and be with friends, and I recorded her yelling at me in my voice memos. I'm just imagining how funny it would be to have my mom on the podcast and play that back for her, play back the recording and be like, so, revisiting this memory, do you have anything to say about it? And my mom would probably be like, yeah, I wish you would have scored higher on that SAT. But yeah, I stopped going to that salon and started going to the barbers instead. It's much more affordable. There's less of a chance that you'll run into ex-girlfriends at the barber. Sometimes I wonder if any of them listen to this podcast in fear of me saying some shit about them. Well, that day is not today because I'm not currently drinking until later. I think a classic Alex Mador move would be to completely trash my exes, but we've grown up a little bit. None of them would let me smoke weed, though. One was even like, it's me or weed, and listen, I'm not that mad about it anymore, like specifically at them, but no one tells me when I can and can't smoke weed. It's just a rule I have in my life. If you're a friend or family, anyone, if you tell me to stop smoking weed, you're cut off. Completely. You think I'm joking. Ask all the friends I refuse to talk to because they judge me for getting baked every day. Those aren't real friends, and those aren't good relationships if those people don't like you for you and try to get you to change or feel like less than them in some way, like talking down to you. Anyone who has ever said to me, you need to stop smoking weed, I have never spoken a word to them again. I have a no tolerance policy for judgmental, holier-than-thou losers. Hopefully, with legalization coming, no one will have to pretend to be something they aren't when amongst their peers. Anyways, it's time to move on to the best part of the show, finding out which white ladies are being oppressed at Trader Joe's in this installment of Keeping Up with the Karens. Are you ready to rumble?
It's a medical condition. I have a medical condition.
You ready for that shit? Okay, let's get past this part, the disclaimer. Alright, enough with the disclaimers. I want to see this shit. Let's go.
I went to his bedroom to say goodnight, and he was crying because of the abuse that he was enduring in this school system.
Then why did you stay in Mexico?
Oh, what? What the fuck was that? Did you hear everyone just, oh? At least they're all gonna gang up on this dude who just said that. Because that is not okay. This dude's trying to speak out about the racism that his family is experiencing. This dude's like, why don't you just stay in Mexico? Because they're trying to escape to a better life, idiot. And then they're not getting that better life here that they thought they were going to be getting because of people like you. You balding, white, four-eyed freak.
You need to leave!
You need to leave!
I recommend you just back 2 steps away. You got me up against the car right now?
Are you up against the car?
Is he drunk? He's drunk. Are you up against the car? Why has he got his dog and he's like backing this girl? Like, I don't know. He's like cornering this person. What is the issue here? What's going on?
I'm sorry.
Are you up against the car?
Do you seem harassing me right now? I'm sorry.
And no one's gonna pay attention to you. You're because you're dumb and you're a stupid blue Asian haired girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're dumb blue Asian haired girl. What is wrong with this guy? He looks like every douchebag from my high school morphed into one.
Hey, fuck you.
Are you okay with me?
Fuck you.
What? I was literally just standing here.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You know, hey, I can record you dumb bitch.
He's drunk. He's obviously very drunk. He should not be walking his dogs while he's wasted, but it's not his dog's fault. They have to take a poo and pee, you know? It's his fault for being a shitty owner. Fuck this guy. Yeah, I can record you. It's 9 a.m. and I only had like 3 drinks. What are you talking about? And they were Irish coffees, so it's okay. Okay, you blue-haired Asian blue hair.
I can record you too. I can record you. Hey, you see how stupid you are?
Jesus.
Damn. The cop just ran into this fucking lady on his bicycle.
Christ.
Oh, what?
Put her arrest. Put her arrest. Put her arrest.
What did he do?
My give is I won't call the cops, and your give is like maybe you can put it on silent mode when you come up the road.
Put it on silent mode. It's a motorcycle. What the fuck, silent mode? Can you just put it on silent mode for me? Can you stop breathing for me? Please? Please.
There's no silent mode. It's a dirt bike, lady.
Yeah.
With legal lights and everything. So it's street legal. It has a title. It's registered in Vermont.
Right now.
It's because it's off. Because you're in the way.
Okay.
Blocking traffic, which is also illegal.
That would work for me. So when you come to the road, just turn it off and walk it up.
I'm not pushing
What? Fuck you, lady. Just turn it off and walk it up. You're inconveniencing me with your sound, so I need to inconvenience you so that I can be more convenient. Even though what you're doing is completely okay and legal and encouraged.
uphill, lady.
Why not?
Because not everything revolves around you.
Yes,
Other people have other things to do besides push things up roads so you have a peaceful day.
So this is the thing. A lot of the neighbors don't want to hear this anymore. It's not just me. I'm the only one that is not afraid to do something about it.
So what do you guys have, like a little group meeting every Sunday morning?
We've discussed
before church, huh?
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Just driving around.
Why are all the neighbors flagging me down saying they see you riding up and down the street all the time? Where do you live?
I live in Fresno.
What are you doing in Easton?
Driving around, exercise.
Cool, get off your bike, set your phone down. Have any weapons or anything on you?
I do
Get
not.
off your phone, don't make me tell you again. Turn around, put your hands on top of your head, interlace your fingers. Put your hands on top
He's just on his bicycle.
of your head, interlace your fingers.
Wait, like this?
Yep. Move over here, spread your feet apart.
All right.
Do you know why I'm stopping you?
No.
Because you're riding your bike on the wrong side of the road, playing loud music. Those are all violations of the California Vehicle Code.
Oh, fuck you. Officer, with all due respect, go choke on a dick.
Where do you live in Fresno?
Go deep throat your gun, you stupid white prick.
In West Fresno.
Cool. Have a seat. Sit down.
See, MAGA people will cheer on the police when they're stopping minorities who are just riding their fucking bicycle. But then they'll fucking kill those same police officers when they're not letting them be fascist, racist, homophobic fucks. Which one is it? Because I hate the police. I definitely hate the police. I don't want to kill them, but fuck them. Fuck them. Police have never helped me in my entire life. They're always so shitty, and they just do this to people. You're playing loud music. Oh, so I'm gonna lock you up. He's on a bicycle. Who is he hurting? Nobody. Oh, I'm just by the book. Fuck your book. Shove it up your ass.
In front of you. Cross your ankles.
What do you mean?
Cross your ankles. Put one foot on top of the other foot. Just like that. You don't have any ID with you at all? You ever been arrested before? Never been contacted by the cops before?
Oh yeah, one time.
What was that about?
My dad.
Give me your phone.
What am
Give me your
What
phone.
am I being arrested for?
You're not being arrested. You're being detained right now on a vehicle stop. Give me your phone.
My phone for what?
Because I told you to. I don't know if you understand how this works, but you can go to jail and do all that.
All right,
or you
can I
can
call
hand
my
me your
attorney?
phone.
Can I call my attorney?
Nope. You can't. You're not calling anybody. It's not a safety issue. Give me your phone.
It's not a safety issue. They make shit up. They just make shit up on the fly. It's ridiculous that these are the people that are in charge of us and what we can and can't do. And they can lock us up for random shit. They can just make anything up. Oh, it's a safety issue, so I have to take away the one thing that you can use to prove that to somebody that you're in danger because of me. Fuck them. Fuck the police. That's a message from the short news.
I don't think so.
Okay, we're gonna have a problem. Get up.
I was walking from the house. I see nothing.
Fuck that stupid stuff.
I came right over here.
Oh, you can't say that word. That's not an okay word. Oh, these are a bunch of white trash people. You can just tell. They're the type of white people that's like red. You ever see those like red-skinned white people? Like they're just red in the face. I don't know if they smoke too much or they're in the sun too much or what it is, but they're just always like red. They're white. They're white people. They're very white people. They're so white that they're red all the time. And I don't know why. Like, they're always out of breath. I don't know what it is. That's what this guy's got.
Okay. I want to get my car. I want to get my shoes.
Okay, what you're not gonna do?
I don't give a fuck what you say, bitch. What the fuck are you gonna do?
What happened? What is going on?
Crystal! Why is he always fighting?
Because he's wasted.
He's wasted. And he's gone. And he's down. These bitches taking that for a gun him down.
What?
You okay?
Yeah, where's my phone?
Where's your glasses?
Not on. Let's go. Not on tape. I don't care. I don't care. Go ahead, put on me, bitch.
Pick it up!
Who are they gonna believe? The white girl or the fucking Mexicans? Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's on video there. That's pretty damn incriminating right there. Blue-haired Asian blue hair. No, she's got blue hair. I'm just joking. I would never say Asian blue hair. It's not even an Asian thing, is it? I mean, some anime characters have blue hair, but I think that's just like a stylistic, like, animation thing to make them stand out. You know? I don't know. I'm not in touch with my own cultures. I don't know. I'm part Japanese, I'm part Korean. I know nothing about either.
What the fuck are they gonna believe? Some stupid fat fucking Mexican bitch? No. Fuck no, they're not. Hell no, I'm white, baby girl. I'm white, I'm fucking hot, and you're not. You're a fucking stupid ass bitch. Yeah, that's why you're flinching, stupid bitch.
Yeah, don't even.
Hold it.
No,
Hold it.
don't.
Oh, she crashed her car because she's like really fucked up. Now I get it. She's trying to like get away. I think that's what's going on. I don't know. I can't understand what they're saying because it's like white trash talk, you know. And I like, we got a car, Mexican. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. You got some marbles in your mouth, miss.
We called you guys having case, and now the girl's getting aggressive. Hit my neighbor.
Yeah, you wish I was getting arrested. I'm not though, baby girl. I'm not. Bet. I'm not. I'm white. You're not.
Okay.
You're fucking beater.
You fucking think.
You can't say those words. Where is this? Like South Dakota? Is South Dakota racist? I don't know. I feel bad for South Dakota if I'm just bringing them into this.
Then a fucking what are you? You're still a fucking bitch. You're still Mexican. You're fucking stupid. That's what you are.
What is she doing? Is that she like spraying disinfectant spray all over the windows?
What are you doing?
Oh no, that's spray paint. Oh, that's spray paint.
I think you're doing vandalism. Can you go?
Damn, people are really not taking well to this whole pandemic and lockdown thing. This lady is outside of a store, spray painting the windows blue. I don't know why. I hope we find out why.
Get lost. Can you get lost? What do you think this is going to accomplish? I'm just going to put it back up. You're wasting your time. I need you to go. Get out of here.
What did it say? Wait. I love Gaza. Gaza. Oh, I love Gaza. Oh, she's like anti-Gaza or something.
I need you to go. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I wouldn't be able to not punch her. For doing, like, these women are so smug. And they know, like, if you hit them, and they're like,
Oh, you hit a woman! Assault! Assault! Oh, the police will side with me. I'm a white woman. What are you?
you know, they do that whole thing, and then you're screwed, because that's how Karens win. They know you can't hit them, but one day somebody will, and get away with it. We're working on equality here. Men and women should both be allowed to get hit. Equality. It's equality, right? We talk about double standards all the time in relationships, and how you need to practice what you preach. Okay, well, if women can be aggressive towards men, why can we not be aggressive towards them? All of a sudden, then once we're aggressive towards them, not get slapped upside their head is ridiculous. Forgive me if I'm being too harsh, but I really don't think I am being that harsh. I think that's just the right amount of harsh.
Yo no estoy ofendiendo a nadie, ¿ok? Yo no estoy ofendiendo a nadie, ¿ok?
You have the freedom to speak about what you're saying right now. You can't say that to my parents. They speak English, not perfect, but they speak it.
We want English.
Shut.
We want English? Oh, God. You're the language police, ma'am? Are you the language police? You don't look very in shape to be a police.
Ya no habla español porque no quiero una señora que hable español.
Don't ever talk about my parents like that. You gotta respect.
You trash. I'm not trash, okay? I'm not trash. You trash. Stupid. You go back. You stupid. You stupid. Quiet. Be quiet. Close your mouth. I speak English too. Huh? Okay? I speak English. Not good. I speak English. I job in this country. Fucking you eating. You eating. I job.
It's your fault for doing that. It's your fault. It's your fault for doing that.
I clean office. I clean restroom. Fucking you eating. Stupid. Stupid. I janitor.
Yeah, she just wants to make minorities feel bad. She just wants to make minorities feel bad. It's just fucked up that these people even exist. Like, you come into a Mexican restaurant and then talk shit to them for speaking Spanish? Bruh. You're going to the wrong restaurant, dude. Lady. You're going to the completely wrong restaurant.
We speak English in America.
Yeah,
We speak English in America.
No, we speak, I think like a huge portion of the population speaks Spanish now. And, people like this, Karen, will tell you that's alarming. But why? Why is it alarming? It's not. This is a country about diversity. We're a melting pot, right? That includes people of all colors, all languages, but not according to these old white women.
English. Not good, but I speak English, okay? Stupid.
I hope that you see these borders.
And she's not from Spain, by the way. So don't be racist like that.
Spanish is from Spain.
What? Oh, so you're I can't say that word. I'll get in trouble.
You can't be doing that. That's
I've been to Spain,
racism.
so I know.
I don't care.
Oh, so you've been to Spain, so you can be racist. Okay. Do they tell you to speak Spanish when you're in Spain and you don't know a word? And you're more comfortable speaking English? Do they tell you can't do that? We speak Spanish here. No, they don't. They don't. Show some class.
Oh, you don't care? That's why I'm saying it.
You can't be doing that, telling someone to speak. I'm not telling you to do whatever I want you to do.
Do you want the Russians over here telling you what to do?
What?
Do you want the Nazis telling you what to do?
That's what you're doing to my mom. You're telling her what to do. She speaks English. She's not perfect, but she speaks English. You can't do that.
We want English in the United States? Who says that? Who says that? It definitely helps to speak English. It's the dominant language, yeah, but there's no, like, you have to speak English here. You have to only speak English here. You can't speak your native tongue. You're not allowed to do that. Like, according to this lady, you're not. That's ridiculous.
That?
Yeah, we have freedom of speech. You see? You're the proof of it. We want that freedom.
Yeah, but you can't be telling anyone, you speak English in America. You don't do that. I don't tell you how to live and you live here. This is America. We have the freedom to do what we want.
We don't want the Nazis back. We don't want the fascists back.
Who's talking about Nazis?
What does that have to do with a Mexican restaurant where the people speak Spanish because they're from a Spanish-speaking country? Why is any of this your business? You know what I think it is? Old white ladies, they have too much time. So they need to go mess with other people's business. Tell them how to live their lives. It's not good. It's not a good look.
Nazis here.
We don't want
Who's talking about Nazis here?
We don't want.
Who's talking about Castro here? You can't do that. That's being racist.
You can't to do that. You see, we have no freedom.
Yeah, you can't tell someone what to do, though. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you to learn Spanish. I don't care if you don't speak Spanish.
I don't want Spanish. I've been to Spain. You haven't been to Spain, and I have.
I have been to Spain before.
And you speak Spanish there?
And I speak Spanish.
Over there and speak Russian?
I speak Spanish, too.
You speak Russian? Russian? What is wrong with this lady? This is what I mean. You should be able to smack them upside their heads.
Yes. They're not. If they have people like you, that's sad. If they have people like you, that's sad.
Our freedom is
our freedom is to do what we want.
Fought for our freedom.
She works.
We fought
she cleans
for our
offices.
Freedom.
She cleans offices.
Yeah, well, good for her.
But you can't do that. You have to change your heart, or you're gonna die really soon. You're gonna die really soon. If you.
Yeah, we're all going to die.
Yeah,
you see?
but you're gonna die soon. But you're gonna die real soon.
The Castros are
That's why I'm voting no for Trump.
Yeah?
No for Trump. No for Donald Trump. No for...
Oh my god. That's ridiculous. I hate middle-aged white women. I don't know if you've noticed, but we at the Short News, I don't think a single white lady listens to this show anymore. I think we've alienated that crowd. But, that's what we tried to do. That was the goal, and we've done it. They need to be alienated from something and keep their business out of this. So, anyways, should we go through a relationship advice to finish this up? Yes, we should. Okay. Let me see. What do we got here? Okay, I gotta pause this. Alright, here we go. Relationship advice. Caught my girlfriend with another guy and she lied. Okay, so do you need advice here? I caught my girlfriend at some dude's house on Wednesday and she said it was a family party, but my friend has the dude on Snap and apparently they were out on a date and they had drinks at his place. Not very good job of covering her tracks on her part. So she lied to me saying she was with family, but they were out and about. I called her out in person and she denied it until I left her house. I knew about her lie the whole time with picture evidence, but I didn't tell her then. So I told her we need to talk tonight and she told me fine, so I went to her house. We argued about it and I guess somehow she made me believe they didn't do anything and they're just friends and she wants to just vent to someone. She even told me I don't give her enough attention and affection that she wants. We had sex and then slept, and the next day she told me we need some space. And I was like, cool, whatever, I'll give you space. So we left it at that, and last night my friend told me that the guy posted her on Snap again. She's with the same dude. They went out for drinks with a group of friends, I guess, for Valentine's. So she says she feels lonely and wants to make friends because her best friend, female, left for 2 years recently. I don't know what to even believe anymore or what to think anymore. I shouldn't fall for this, right? They're definitely banging. Yeah, problem 1, she's lying to you saying she's going to a family party, but she's on a date with another guy. So the fact that she's breaking your trust right there, that is not someone you want to be with. And then the fact that she's going out with this dude who's taking pictures with her on Snap and going out with her on Valentine's Day, dude, that's so disrespectful to you. And that is just not a relationship that you want to be in, where you're just getting lied to and hurt and slept around on all the time. That is, and manipulated. She's like, yeah, we need some space so I can go fuck this guy. Fuck her. Get her out of your life. Throw her back to the streets where she belongs. That's what I have to say. And the comments are saying that too. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but she belongs to the streets. There it is. I didn't even fucking read the fucking comments, dude. That's just truth. It's a fact. She belongs to the fucking streets. Fuck this bitch. Fuck cheating bitches. They're stupid. They're hoe bags. We don't need them in our world, men, okay? We don't need them. Fuck them. These hoes ain't loyal. They can go to the streets. That's what I have to say. That's my closing fucking statements to this episode of the Short News Podcast. Hoes belong in the streets. That's what the name of this episode is going to be. All right. Anyways, yeah, this is why I've alienated the female audience completely. And any females listening, I'm sorry. I am sorry. This is kind of a, not intentionally, but it's become like a dude's podcast. And, you know, if there are any females that listen to this show, reach out and tell me that I need to make it more appealing for you. And I'll try to get more in touch with my feminine side again. I've just been full of Bud Light, NASCAR, and MMA, so I just kind of been on this masculine trip here. Anyways, this has been the Short News Podcast. I love you guys. Guy or girl, I don't care. Whatever I said today that may have offended you, I'm sorry. Whatever. We'll move on. I'll see you guys in a couple days. I love you, and peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location, yes. You want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game, with On Location, and it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.